In the heart of the Sahel, the number 75 has transcended mere mathematics to become a symbol of national sacrifice and spiritual resolve. What was intended as a cold, calculated drone strike to shatter the spine of a rising nation has instead ignited a fire of defiance that is reshaping the geopolitical mapping of West Africa. The 75 young men lost in the recent massacre were not just soldiers, they are now being hailed as the finest son of Burkina Faso, whose blood has seeded a new era of unbroken African sovereignty. The aftermath of the strike saw a resilience and a silence in Ouagadougou that weighed heavier than the heat of the Sahel. As families buried their sons, the grief reached back through the corridors of Black history, echoing the pain of the Middle Passage and the colonial yoke. However, amidst the mourning, a series of pointed questions began to circulate among the populace. Questions the mainstream media has largely ignored. How did a rebel group in the bush acquire a night vision, precision of a superpower? Why did satellite jamming occur at the exact moment of the ambush? The people of Burkina Faso are no longer accepting convenient headlines. They view this as a surgical assault on their independence. At the center of this storm is Ibrahim Traoré, a leader who increasingly embodies the role of a soldier statesman guided by ancestral mandate. While international powers in Washington and Paris waited for a standard diplomatic plea for aid, Traoré turned inward. He understood that when the technology of the oppressor becomes unsurmountable, an African leader must reach into the realms of the invisible. These led to the mobilization that defined modern military doctrine, the summoning of the spiritual JUJU. In a powerful ascension of cultural identity, 127 traditional priests and spiritual leaders and elders from the Musi, Gurunsi, Bobo and Fulani lands converged on the site of the massacre, draped in the red cloth of war and smeared in white ash. They performed ancient rituals to wake the atoms of earth. For 3 nights, the drum of drums replaced the silence of the bush, weaving the spirit of the 75 martyrs into a protective shroud over the land. This hybrid alliance, marrying the drums with the drums, has created a psychological and metaphysical armor that no sensor can jam. The motivation behind this eternal pressure on Traoré is no mystery to discerning observers. By moving to nationalize gold mines and refusing the predatory loans of the IMF and the World Bank, Traoré has declared an economic resolution. The global elite do not fear a leader with a gun. They fear a leader with a conscience and the sacred ancestral protection of a united people. The strike was a message from the shadows, an attempt to prove that foreign technology will always triumph over local tradition. However, the legal-like reconstruction of the destroyed base, led by Burkina Faso strategic engineers rather than foreign contractors, serve as a visible manifestation of this new sovereignty. Reports have surfaced of unexplained technical failures within enemy hardware and southern retreats of insurgent forces, which local priests attribute to a blindness curse placed upon those who betray the land. Burkina Faso has transitioned from a site of mourning to a sanctuary of resistance, as Ibrahim Traoré often reminds his people, the era of fighting with only one hand is over. The nation is rising, supported by a military that carries both rifles and the prayers of the ancestors. Thank you for watching the Global News Observer. I am your host, Linda Gali, keeping an eye out for more.